Have you ever wondered if the lines and marks on your palm have a specific meaning? We all have marks on the palms of our hands, but in most cases we have never asked ourselves whether they mean something or not. Instead, we should ask ourselves some questions because these signs have a precise meaning. And if these signs, in particular, form a mystical cross, there are some very important spiritual implications behind them that you should be aware of. In this video, thanks to a Zen story full of Buddhist wisdom, you will discover what it means to have the mystical cross on your hand. And if you stay until the end, you will have answers to many of the existential questions you ask yourself every day. Furthermore, thanks to the information we will give you, you will be able to embark on a spiritual journey that will lead you to achieve inner peace. But before continuing, if you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel and activate notifications so you know when we publish new content for your spiritual growth. The sun, like a divine brush, painted the sky orange and purple, while the shadows lengthened on the walls of the Buddhist temple, an ancient sanctuary of peace and wisdom. Inside, an atmosphere of reverent anticipation permeated the air as pilgrims from all corners of Japan gathered around the venerable monk Tenzin. His face, furrowed by the wrinkles of time and illuminated by an inner light, emanated a contagious serenity. The pilgrims, men and women of all ages and walks of life, sat in a circle, their hearts throbbing with hope and curiosity. "Welcome, truth seekers," Tenzin began, his voice warm and enveloping, like a breeze caressing the leaves of a tree. "You have undertaken a long journey to get here, driven by a desire for knowledge and inner peace. But have you ever thought about the signs you carry with you, imprinted in the palms of your hands?" A murmur of amazement spread among those present. Some opened their hands, looking at the lines as if they were maps to hidden treasure. Others exchanged questioning glances, wondering what disturbing mysteries lay behind these signs. "There is one sign in particular," Tenzin continued, raising his right hand, "that holds a profound meaning, the mystical cross. Some of you wear it on your right hand like me, others on your left, and still others don't have it at all. But regardless of its location, it is a symbol of connection with the divine, a reminder of an extraordinary destiny." A young woman, whose eyes shone with a magnetic intensity, stepped forward. "Master," he asked in a trembling voice, "I have always had this cross on my hand. What does it mean? Is it a negative or good omen? Does it represent a signal of protection, or perhaps of a special mission?" Tenzin smiled at her, his eyes filled with compassion. "My dear," he replied, "the mystical cross is more than just an omen. It is a gift, a sign of a deep connection with your higher self. It is like a beacon that lights your path, guiding you towards your true nature and purpose in life." He stopped for a moment, letting his words settle in the hearts of those present. Then, in a calm and measured voice, he began to tell the story of a humble fisherman named Hiroshi. Hiroshi was a simple man, dedicated to his work and his family, but he carried the mystical cross in the palm of his right hand, a sign he had never fully understood. One day, while he was out at sea, a storm hit his boat, endangering his life. Desperate, Hiroshi called upon the Buddha for help. Suddenly, a dazzling light broke through the clouds and landed on his hand, revealing the design of the cross. In that moment, Hiroshi realized that his life had a greater purpose, that he was destined to make a difference in the world. The pilgrims listened with bated breath, enraptured by the story they were hearing. From that day on, Tenzin continued, Hiroshi dedicated his life to helping others. He founded a village for fishermen in difficulty, taught them to read and write, and guided them towards a more dignified life. His mystical cross became a symbol of hope and inspiration to all who knew him. An elderly man, his face marked by the wrinkles of life, raised his hand. "Master," he asked in a hoarse voice, "what if we can't understand the meaning of our cross? What if we feel lost and confused? Tenzin approached him, placing a hand on his shoulder. Don't be discouraged, my friend, he reassured him. The mystical cross is like a seed that needs time and care to germinate. Be patient. Cultivate your awareness and compassion, and its meaning will sooner or later reveal itself. That day, everything will be clearer to you, and you will understand the true meaning of the cross and your real purpose in this life. A young monk, sitting at the back of the circle, intervened. Master, I have heard that the mystical cross can also bring suffering and pain. Is it true? Tenzin nodded slowly. Yes, that's true, he replied. The mystical cross is a sign of great power, but also of great responsibility. Those who carry it are often called upon to face difficult trials, overcome obstacles, and fight against the forces of darkness. But it is precisely through these challenges that their soul is purified and elevated. He looked the young monk in the eyes, and speaking to everyone he added, remember, the mystical cross is not a guarantee of easy happiness or worldly success. It is an invitation to embark on an inner journey, to discover your true essence and to live a life of service and unconditional love. Master, a woman said with a hint of sadness in her eyes, how can we know if we are on the right path? How can we make sure we don't waste this precious gift? Tenzin smiled, his eyes shining with a warm, reassuring light. There are 5 signs, he said, that indicate that you are honoring the gift of the mystical cross. If you have a deep sense of purpose, it means you are honoring this gift. It's not just about personal ambition, but a burning passion for a goal that transcends the self. You will feel an irresistible call to make a difference in the world, to leave a positive impact, to contribute to the well-being of others in ways that go beyond simple material gain or social recognition. This purpose can manifest itself in different forms. You may feel called to dedicate your life to art, science, spirituality, social activism, or again, to any other activity that allows you to express your highest potential and serve the common good while leaving a profound mark on society. Another important sign is having a stronger spiritual connection. Your spiritual practice will no longer be a simple ritual, but a living and vibrant experience. Meditation will become a moment of profound communion with your higher self, prayer, and intimate dialogue with the divine. You will feel a growing awareness of your interconnectedness with all things, a sense of peace and unity that transcends the divisions and conflicts of the world. Being filled with greater empathy and compassion is another sign that you are honoring the gift of the mystical cross. Your heart will open to unconditional love, understanding, and acceptance of others, just as they are. You will feel a deep connection with other living beings, a compassion that will push you to alleviate their suffering and promote their happiness. You will be able to see beyond appearances, to recognize the divine spark in every person, regardless of their race, religion, culture, or sexual orientation. Another demonstration that this sign is playing an important role in your life is being endowed with an uncommon inner strength and resilience. It's not just about physical strength, but about unshakable strength of mind. You will be able to face life's challenges with courage and determination, to overcome obstacles and get back up after every fall. Your faith in your mission and your connection to the divine will give you the strength to persevere, even when all seems lost. While the moved disciples listened to every word with extreme attention, Tenzin spoke about the importance of intuition. Your intuition will become your inner compass, guiding you to the right choices and opportunities that will lead you to your fulfillment. He continued, you will learn to trust your instincts, to follow the flow of life, to recognize the signs and synchronisms that show you the way. Your mind and heart will be in perfect harmony, allowing you to live an authentic life aligned with your highest purpose. Silence fell in the temple, broken only by the crackling of the candles and the breathing of those present. Tenzin stood up, his eyes shining like stars in the night sky. Dear friends, he concluded, whether you carry the mystical cross or not, remember that you are all beings of light with infinite potential. Listen to your heart, follow your intuition, and you will find your way to happiness and fulfillment. The mystical cross is only a symbol, but the true power lies within you. The pilgrims left the temple with a sense of renewed hope and determination. Some of them, looking at their hands, saw the mystical cross with new eyes, aware of its profound meaning and of the 5 signs that would illuminate their path. Others, despite not seeing her, felt her presence in their hearts, ready to begin their journey towards self-discovery, towards a life of service, compassion, and unconditional love. And so, under the starry sky, each of them embarked on their own path, guided by the inner light of the mystical cross, or by the flame that burned in their heart, towards a future of growth, compassion, and spiritual fulfillment. Each person's journey was unique, like a path that winds through a lush forest. Some discovered their purpose in art, creating works of beauty and inspiration that touched the soul of those who contemplated them. Others dedicated themselves to science, unraveling the mysteries of the universe and contributing to the progress of humanity. Still others chose the path of spirituality, becoming meditation masters and guides for those seeking inner peace. There were also those who, despite not having the mystical cross imprinted on their hand, felt its call in the depths of their being. A young mother who had always put her children's needs first discovered a passion for teaching and dedicated her life to educating the next generation. A successful businessman, tired of materialism and greed, abandoned his career to dedicate himself to philanthropy and helping those most in need. Time passed, seasons followed, and the seeds planted by Tenzin sprouted and flourished in every corner of the kingdom. The mystical cross, which was once a mysterious and unknown symbol, became a sign of hope and inspiration for all who believed in the power of inner transformation. And so, the story of the mystical cross was passed down from generation to generation, like a fairy tale that taught the importance of listening to your heart, following your intuition, and living a life of service and unconditional love. And every time someone looked at the palm of their hand, they saw not just lines and grooves, but a reflection of their soul, an invitation to embark on an extraordinary journey to discover themselves and their highest destiny.